Ladies and gentlemen, we have waited all tournament long for this game. The finals between the Perth Royals and the South Ottawa Blues. They have battled all tournament long just to make it to this game, and both these teams are here, and we are going to start that off with a strike number 1 off of that foul ball. It'll be number 2, Rory, up to bat first for the Blues. This is the game, ladies and gentlemen. We have made it. Both these teams won their semifinal games earlier today, and this is the finals of the 2023 Colts Minor Tournament, as both these teams have proven that they are the best teams in this tournament, and that's why they're here right now. So we'll get this game underway. That'll be strike number 2 as the Royals are pitching first. Trying to get the first strike out. And that one will be a hit right to the shortstop. It'll make it past his glove. And that will be a single for number 2, Rory, and the Blues. As pitching now for the Perth Royals will be number 11, Brett, as he looks to get some successful pitching off going. That'll be ball number 1. That'll be a foul ball. We'll go to another strike here at bat right now. That'll be number 20, Steven, who's trying to make something happen against Brett with a runner at first. 0 outs to start this game as things are just heating up now. And that's going to be fouled back right at me. I guess that's the disadvantage of being right behind the back catcher. Get freaked out every so often, but it'll be a 2-2 count now for Steven as Brett is looking for the first out of the inning for the Royals. As here comes the next pitch as that one's coming in, and that'll be a ball. And we'll go to a full count, and Rory's making a run for second base there, and he'll be good as gold. There's no contest on that. As they all get ready for the next pitch. As it comes in now, and that one's going to be hit. Right in between first and second is going to get there in time, but is. And Rory's going to stop at third. So, with 1 out and a runner at third, the Blues have a chance to get on the board first here. And that'll be number 26, Evan, up to bat next for the Blues, and see if he can make something happen and maybe pick up an RBI. As he's got a chance to do so here as the pitch is in, and that one's going to be high. We'll start off with a 1-0 count. As we'll wait for the next pitch, and here it comes. As that one's going to be just to the side. Oh, he's going to run home now. He's going to look for the Blues for the first run of the game, and he gets there. And it's 1-0 Blues early on as they open the scoring. In a championship game like this, that's going to be crucial. It's 1-0 Blues, no runners on any base. That's a swing and a miss. That'll be a strike. 1-1 count, I believe. The second pitch is in, and that one's going to be chopped, just foul ball, though. So that'll pick him up a strike. I believe we'll move to a 1-2 count on this one. One away from the strikeout. And the second out of the inning. And that one's in, and that one's going to be hit right in between third and second, right past the shortstop. And that'll be a base hit for Evan and the Blues, as he escapes from that 2-strike position and now is on first base now. And up next will be number 30, Reed, as he looks to get Evan in a better scoring position there. Who's on first, and Evan's going to go for the steal now, and he's going to make it a second successful with no contest from the back catcher. And Brett now with 1 out, just got to focus up here and try to get the other 2. As Reed still at the plate now. 1-0 is the count, and that's going to make it 2. That's going to make it 1-1, and Evan's going to sprint to third and put himself in scoring position as he's still in second and third. He's a speedster, he is. So Reed, all he needs is a base hit, for the run. Ooh, and that's going to go inside. Evan's going to come home. He's going to be there in time. Increase it to a 2-0 lead. He is. And the Blues, with their amazing base running, have increased it to a 2-0 lead early on in this ball game.
Let's go, Royals!
As we get ready for the next pitch now, and it's in. What's going to be a bit high. He's going to escape the catcher's glove, but with nobody behind him, everything's going to be okay. And Reed's still at the plate now in a 2-0 game. Here comes the pitch. This one's going to be high, and Reed's going to take his base at first. And next up to hit will be number 24, Scotty, with a runner on first and only one out now. He's going to look to make something happen here. Increase his Blues even more. Swing and a miss, and Reed's going to go to second, and he's going to be there in time, and he's going to stay with a stolen base. Lots of stolen bases by the Blues. Seems to be their specialty here. As Brett now is going to focus in and throw the next pitch. Right down the middle. That's a good, and that's a catch at third. And that'll be the second out of the inning. That holds Reed at second. And the crowd's loving it with that catch. So Scotty will take a seat with that out, and we'll move to number 34, Cole, up next on deck. 2 outs. All they need is 1 to end the inning. The Blues are already up by 2 now. As that one comes in, it'll be ball number 1. He's going to make a dash to third. And he's there in time with the slide. He's in scoring position and a chance to increase the lead to 3-0 early on in the first inning. As we await the next pitch. Here it is. That one's going to be a strike. Number 1. Against Cole. With the runner in scoring position now. Second pitch comes in. That one's going to be hit. Oh, it's going to get past the infield, and he's going to get to first, and the runner's going to be home. It's a 3-0 lead now for the Blues. You could tell they came ready to play as Cole will pick up an RBI. And next up will be number 46, Blake. Taking the plate now with runner at first. Only 1 out needed, though, as Brett is at the mound trying to end the inning. So that one's in. Ooh, and that one's going to end up, I believe, hitting the catcher. Hopefully he's okay there. And so they're going to be a stolen base by Blake. So Blake's going to find himself on second base, and we're going to get going here. As the next pitch comes in, that one's going to be high. As Brett regroups here from the mound. And the pitch is in, and that's going to be another ball. Calls 3 balls, and he's just going to run to second. And Blake's going to be good as, good as gold on third base. Now in scoring position in a 3-0 Blues lead. See if he can make it happen. Here comes the next pitch now. That one's hit right in between first, third, and second, and a run is going to score. It's 4-0 Blues now, as they are they're running in here early, as that was Blake who picks up the RBI. 4-0, and that'll be number 27, Joseph, up next in the order. As he steps up to the plate now. Here comes the pitch. That's going to be strike number 1.
Good job, Brett.
All Brett needs is 1 more out to end the inning, and they're going to need this now as they're already down by 4 early on in the top of the first. It's not what you want in a championship game like this. And that was hit right past the pitcher. And we'll get to second. Is he taking a tag in time? He's safe. And now we'll have runners at second and first with 2 outs. And that'll be number 33, Connor, up to bat now. See what he can do here as the pitch is in. It's going to be a bit high. And runner's going to go to third. He's going to be there in time. And now we're going to have runners at third and second, both safe. 2 runners in scoring position. 1 will call mercy rule. We'll see what happens here as the pitch is in. And that was cranked! Just foul, unfortunately. As that was a great hit, and that would have been an RBI. But unfortunately for Connor, that's just hit wide. So we'll have to try that one again. As we await the pitch now, and here it comes. That's going to be a ball. 2-1 is the call from the ump. With 2 outs now. In the top of the first, the Royals trying to end the inning. That's strike 2. Want to move to 2-2 now. Brent needs just 1 more to get a strikeout and end the inning, which the Royals really need right now. As he awaits the pitch. Just taking a quick timeout for runner at third to tie his shoe, and we're good to go now. And he's good to go now. Here we go as we await the pitch. This could end the inning right here. As it's in. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. And that will do her. The Royals get out of the inning, allowing 4 runs, but with still lots of ball left to play. Anything can happen, as that was a great hitting inning and a great way to start a championship game for the Blues. 4 runs will score, but still lots of ball left to play here. They can't get too confident too early, as if they get too confident and let up the gas pedal, the Royals will take advantage of that. As we saw that last game that Royals played when they played the Colts. Colts had a bit of a lead, but the Royals rallied back. They're a good rally back team. They're going to look to do that here as we approach the bottom of the first. As we'll see both teams take their talks, and we'll see who will be on the mound for the Blues first. That will be number 2, Rory, I believe. Oh, pardon me, it's not going to be Rory. It's going to be, looks like number 33, Connor, will take the mound to start the bottom of the first. As he's been a pitcher for the Blues all weekend long in this tournament. And will look to continue his good pitching throughout this championship game. As the Royals are good hitters, though, so they got to be careful.
Go, boys.
As they finish their warm-up, and we'll get going here in just a moment's time. Let's talk about how both these teams got here. Earlier today, in the first game of the day at around 9:30, we saw the Perth Royals versus the Kingston Colts, and that game came right down to the final inning as the Perth Royals pull off a 3-run comeback in the final inning to pull off the win and clinch themselves a championship game. And then right after that, we saw another game between the East Nepean Eagles and the South Ottawa Blues, and the Blues took that. It looked like it was going to be pretty convincingly, but the Eagles had a bit of a run at the end there, but unfortunately couldn't complete the comeback, and that's how we find ourselves in this championship game. We'll start the bottom of the first now with the first pitch being ball number 1. 1-0 count to start things off. As everyone gets ready, that will be number, I believe, 17 to kick things off, Cohen. And Cohen faces strike number 1, a 1-1 count now to start things off. So the next pitch is in. It's going to be a bit high. Move to a 2-1 count now for Cohen. The next pitch is in, and that one's going to be hit. Right to the pitcher. He's going to drop it, though. Can he get the first in time? He's called safe at the base. It looked close, but Cohen uses his speed and gets to first. And the Royals have a runner at first now. And next up to bat will be number 11, Brad, who pitched the first inning for the Royals. See what we can do now. And that was going to be fouled wide. And Brett now looks to make something happen with a 1-0 count. Ooh, that one's going to be inside, but he does hit it. It's going to right past the pitcher. It's going to second base. Can Cohen get there in time? He's called safe at second. And so that will be a base hit for Brett. And we'll have runners at second and first now for the Royals. And I mean, next hitting will be number 18, Elliott.
Let's go, Will.
Who looks to make something happen here with runners at second and first.
Good cut, buddy.
It'll be strike number 1. We'll go to an 0-1 count. That one will be hit foul. We'll go to 0-2 count now. Runners at second and first. He's got to be careful that they don't try to steal here. That seems to be a common phenomenon throughout this weekend. And that's strike number 3 called. And that was the first out of the inning. A strikeout for Connor, his first of the night. And next up will be number 19, Braden. For his first at bat of this championship game. And that'll be inside, but he's swung and a miss. Will be strike number 1. 0-1 count now, going into this next pitch. And that one will be hit. Pop fly. And it will go foul. Just with the spin of the ball off that hit, just goes foul. So we'll go to an 0-2 count now for Braden. One away from Connor's second strikeout of the night. If he can make it happen, we'll have a time called by the umpire for the runner at first, which I believe is Brett to tie a shoe. And we'll get going in just a moment's time. But no, the Royals really responding back good to all that scoring that the Blues had in the first inning. With a bit of some good hitting of their own. They have runners on second and first right now. They're going to see if they can convert those over to runs. As we're good to go. And that's going to be strike number 2 is called. He's going to third. The throw to third is not in time as it just scares him off, and he'll run back to second. And that'll be a strikeout. Connor's second strikeout of the night. And that'll be number 25, Cooper, stepping in for the Royals. Ooh, and that one's inside, and he's going to go, no, just an aggressive base runner. He's going to run back to second. Cohen really testing his limits here on the bases. I like an aggressive base runner, though. He's doing his job. And next up, we'll have number 25, Cooper, with a 1-0 count. It's going to be 1-1 count after that one. Ooh, that was going to be a swing and a miss, and time is called as a hit either the umpire or the catcher. Hopefully everyone's okay. 1-2 is the call. Chance to end the inning here for. That was going to be a chopper now. Can he get the first in time? He's going to put on the wheels. He's called out at first base, and that will end the inning. The Blues fight off the attack back from the Royals and go into the top of the second with a 4-0 lead, looking to continue their scoring dominance in the top of the second. But that was a good effort, though, from the Royals. They fought back, getting on first and second, but unfortunately couldn't convert on any of those runs. And they're going to the second inning, down by 4. See if they can convert on anything more. As they'll take the outfield and just warm up for the start of the top of the second.
Go Royals!
So they just get ready for the start of the top of the second. They take their time in the dugout to really get going here. As the catcher will get suited up, we'll see Coach come out and take some pitches. And in just a moment's time, we'll have to start at the top of the second inning in the championship game. As they call balls in, and we'll get the game going. Just a moment's time. Blues up by 4, though. The Royals are really going to have to put in an effort here to not give up too many runs this inning, if any. And if they can fight that off, then go into the bottom of the second with a bit of momentum, maybe there's way. But they have to have a strong inning here as we'll get the top of the second inning going.
Go Royals!
That one's bunt is just foul, though. So that will count as a strike for number 3, James, who's at
Finish him off.
hitting right now. That ball is just a bit high. Move to a 1-1 count now. As that ball's in. That one's hit by James. Right past the pitcher. Goes to second base. Can it get there in time? It can. He'll be out at first base. 1 down for the Royals. 2 to go in the top of the second inning. Good play by the Royals. Not allow anything through. And next up, will be number 22. I believe that will be Jason. And that'll be a swing and a miss. We'll have strike number 1 for Jason. His first at-bat of tonight. As he steps back up to go round 2 at the plate. And that will be a ball. We'll move to 1-1 now. As that's number 11, Brett, at the mound for the Royals for his second inning. Had a bit of a shaky first one, but he's having a great start of the second inning so far, and I believe that ball gets stuck in in the middle gate behind the pitcher, behind the batter. So just like stuck in one of the holes casually. So I'm sure someone will have to climb and get that ball later, but we'll continue this ball game. That one slides through the catcher, and that'll go to another ball. Get the call from the ump of 2 balls and 2 strikes. 1 away from the strikeout for Brett. See if he can make that happen and go to 2 outs in the inning. So that ball comes in a bit high, and we'll go to a full count. We can see a walk-in coming or a strikeout. If you're the Royals, you really need this one too.
Go boys!
As here comes the pitch. And that's strike 3. Called from the ump. 2 down, 1 to go for the Royals. And a scoreless inning so far for the Blues, which is exactly what you want to see for the Perth Royals, as they're down by 4. Next up, we have number 23, Terrence, up to bat here. His first up bat, he's going to tip that high for the foul ball, and that'll be strike number 1. We'll start with an 0-1 count for Terrence's first at bat. As we'll see the pitch coming in from Brett. Brett throws that one great. He's going to go right to first. Can he get to first in time? Terrence beats him there. He's called safe at first base. The speed of number 23 allows him to be safe at first. Amazing speed from Terrence there. And they'll avoid ending the top of the second, and we'll go on. And I'll go back to the top of the order. We'll see number 2, Rory. As that will be ball number 1, 1-0 count to start the inning. Pardon me, to start Rory's at-bat. With a runner at first, he just looks to advance Terrence at this moment. That's going to be ball, strike number 1. We're to a 1-1 count now. As the next pitch is in, that one's going to be hit. It's going to get to between first and second. Can he get there in time? Oh, he drops the ball. And he's called out. I believe he tagged Terrence on the way to second. And so that will be the 3rd out of the inning. And the Royals fight off all the offense from the Blues in the top of the 2nd, which being down by 4 right now is exactly what you wanted to see. And they'll go into the bottom of the 2nd, still down by 4. And they'll have to get their hitting going here, as this is the championship game. As they get the ball undone. And we'll get going in just moments' time. Some great baseball we've seen so far. We saw a fantastic top of the 1st by the Blues, scoring 4 runs, just coming off amazingly. There could have been the nerves from the Royals that just didn't allow them to get their head in the game. But after that first inning, things have calmed down a lot. The Royals have definitely stepped up their game, and they're right back in it. And now they have a chance to hit in the bottom of the 2nd, and they're going to see what they can get going here and potentially pull this game closer and closer. As back at the mound, we'll see number 33, Connor, who pitched in the 1st and led a scoreless inning that one. So that's a perfect inning right there as the back catcher, Evan, takes his position. It just gets the warm-up going.
Go, boys.
As all 3 in the order next up for the Royals are all out there getting ready, practicing. As the Royals coaches know this is a big inning for them, especially being down by 4. They'll have to see if they get their hitting going here. Seum calls 2 more pitches before we get underway here. In the championship game, both these teams have battled so hard, played 4 games to make it here. It's been so back and forth. We also have the consolation finals being played right now on the other field. Unfortunately, I'm not sure who's in that, but we do have the big finals right here to determine which team is the best team in the 2023 Minor Colts tournament. And that'll be number 12 of the Royals up to bat first, number 12, Jack. And Jack will take strike number 1 and go to an 0-1 count to start the inning off in the bottom of the 2nd. This next pitch that'll be chopped wide. We'll move to an 0-2 count, 1 away from the strikeout. See if Connor can convert on it. As the pitch comes in, and that one's going to be chopped high. He's going to look for the catch, and that's just going to be fouled. This is a good effort from Evan to try to get there to the back catcher, but unfortunately just wasn't enough, just too far out of his reach. And we'll restart back at the mound, where Connor is still 0-2. And that will be the first ball. We'll go to a 1-2 count. So we wait for the pitch now. That one's in. That's a swing and a miss. The first strikeout of the inning for number 33, Connor. And that's strike number 1. Has 2 more outs to go. And the Royals need to get their hitting here. That will be number 16, Owen, up to bat right now. And that's another swing and a miss. They'll go 0-2. Connor is on fire right now from the mound. As Owen steps back up, 0-2, and that one's hit. As at first base, it's a pop fly, and it's caught. 2 down, 1 to go for the South Ottawa Blues as they look to close out this inning scoreless, but it's not over yet. There's still 1 more out to go before we end this bottom of the 2nd. That'll be number 26, Bennett, up to bat here as he looks to at least get on base for the Royals. As we await the next pitch, and there it is. And that's going to be strike number 1 with a swing and a miss. 0-1 count to start things off. As we await the next pitch, that one's going to go high. 2-0, pardon me, 0-2 count. And one away. Connors one away from the perfect inning. We'll see if he can end it right here with the pitch. It's going to be a low. We're going to move to a 1-2 count. Still some chances, though. But Bennett going to look to still try to get on base here. Can he make it happen? As here comes the pitch. That's going to be outside. We're going to move to a 2-2 count now. See if Bennett can make it happen now. Here comes the pitch. That one's going to be tipped foul. And we'll have to do it all over again, still with a 2-2 count. So here comes the pitch. Ooh, that's going to be inside. We'll move to a full count. 3 balls in a row. A chance for a walk or a chance for a strikeout. We'll see what happens here. Strike 3, and that will end the inning. Connor goes 3 up and 3 down. As that will lead us to the top of the 3rd still with a 4-0 Blues lead. As the Blues have came to play in this final game. And the Royals still getting going here, but we will have a pitching change as it is the top of the 3rd inning. It'll be number 19, Braden, coming in at the mound. See if we get a fresh start here for the Royals as they're down by 4, but still lots of baseball left to play here with 3 more innings left to go. As he's just going to get some warm-up in before we start this big final inning. As both these teams have earned the right to be here. It's just which one has got it in them to close it out and be the 2023 Minor Colts Tournament winner, champion. As both these teams face adversity to get here, both very close games that they had to win in the semifinals. As that'll be number 19, as I said, Braden at the mound, and the back catcher will be number 17, Cohen, who did pitch the first 2 innings. Oh, no, that was Brett, pardon me. So South Ottawa will take their final moments to get ready here for the big top of the 3rd inning. I believe that'll be number 20, Steven, on deck to hit first, so he just starts his warm-up. As he'll get going in moments time as coach and the umpire just have a little discussion maybe about the last play as he looks to get his team going as they're down by 4 right now. There's still lots of ball left to play here. It's just taking a couple more moments. You know, especially in a championship game like this, you really want to talk to the umps and make sure everyone's understanding every single, like how the flow of the game's going to go. And I think we got the good go from the ump. So I believe there's only 2 more from the catcher. Balls are called in, and we'll get the start of the top of the 3rd going here. Just moments time. As I said, Steven on deck for the South Ottawa Blues as they are up by 4. So he's trying to just increase that lead as he has a chance now. But if you're the Royals, you got to be careful here as you do not want to let any more runs score. Steven will step up, and here we go. We'll get the top of the 3rd inning in the championship game. Off going right now. That's always Steven stepping up to hit first. That's Braden's first pitch. And he's already off to a right start, and 0-1 is the count.
Come on, Royals!
As he'll deliver the second one, and that'll be a ball one. We'll move to a 1-1 count now. One is the count. So he awaits the next pitch, and there it is. Call a bit up. We'll move to a 2-1 count now. So he awaits the next one, and here it is. Gonna be outside. We're at a 3-1 count now. 3-1 is the count. He's going to try to deliver the second one here, and there it is. It's a pop fly. Can it be caught by the outfield? It is. And that will be the first out of the inning for the Royals. So that is exactly what they need. They just want 3 outs here in the scoreless inning, and next up will be number 26, Evan, the back catcher. We'll have his second at-bat of the day. As the pitch is delivered, and now it's a swing and a miss. And we'll see strike number 1, 0-1 count. As Braden has been exceptional so far from his debut at the mound. As the second pitch will be delivered. And that'll be another swing and a miss. We'll see an 0-2 count now. As we prepare for the next pitch to strike him out. Strike number 3 is the call. 3 pitches, 3 strikes. Braden's on fire right now, and next up we'll have number 30, Reed. As there's 2 outs right now, we've had 2 up, 2 down. Strike 1. The Royals have picked an on-fire pitcher for this inning, and that's exactly what they need. As we prepare for the next pitch here, and here it is. Swing, fouled. We'll see an 0-2 count now, and 1 pitch away from ending this inning. This could be a game changer, a bit of momentum going the Royals' way right now, and that could convert into the bottom of the 3rd. We'll see if Reed can get a hit off this right here. It's going to be a bit low. We'll move to a 1-2 count now. Here we go. The pitch is going to be delivered. This could end the inning. Swing and a miss! 3 up, 3 down for Braden and the Royals. And we'll move to the bottom of the 3rd the same way we came in. 4-0 for the Blues. But nonetheless, the momentum could be swinging here, as that was a fantastic inning from the Blues and their pitcher, Braden. What a fantastic debut at the mound for today. And I believe our new pitcher for the Blues will be number 20, Steven, who makes his debut in this game at the mound. See if he can provide the exquisite pitching that we've seen so far by both these teams, which he doesn't have as much pressure as he does on him right now. His team is up by 4, but this is the championship game. You cannot let off the gas pedal. We will see how this goes as both these teams prepare for the battle these final few innings are going to have. As, you know, I saw a couple great clouds earlier, and there is still a couple great clouds, but I think it's going to hold off for the remainder of the game, which is fantastic to hear. As this will be the final game of the day to determine which team will take home gold. As both teams prepare now, as the Blues just take the outfield warm-up, just get ready to go. They just finished warming up here as Steven gets his final pitches in before a grueling battle with the bottom of the 3rd. See if he can hold on to this 4-0 lead that the Blues have established on that very first inning. It was very strong by the Blues. And he looks to do that again. But if you're the Royals, you really need to get going here, as you still have 3 more innings of hitting, including this one. But you don't want to leave it till the last inning to do all your scoring. You want to get it done early. So just finishing up. But there's one more pitch, and I believe that'll be number 34, Cruz, on deck for the Royals next. I love that name, Cruz. And he will hit next. So he will take the plate, and here we go. The start of the bottom of the third. 4-0 Blues. See if the Royals can put it back in, and with a monster hit like that, that will work right in the outfield. It goes right over top of left field, and that will be a crush of a base hit for Cruz and the Royals, as that is the momentum you need right there, being down by 4. And they look to change that right here. As next on deck, that'll be number 27, Henry. And the umpires called the batter out due to, I believe he hit the bat. I believe when he threw the bat, he hit the bat catcher. And when you do that, it's called an automatic out. That is a rule I did not know, but it is definitely a game changer here, as that was definitely a base that the Royals needed, and unfortunately, it's going to be sacrificed because of that. But that's okay. A little regroup. I'm sure he didn't mean to, obviously. And we'll see strike one. As they got to regroup here, as number 27, Henry, is at the plate. And Steven's still looking for his first strikeout of the inning. As that one comes in, and that's going to be a hit. And caught by Evan, the third baseman. 2 up, 2 down for the Blues. They only have one more out, and that'll be number 20, Levi. At the plate now, looking to get them on base. Strike number 1. With an 0-1 count now. See if they can make anything happen here. As the next one will come in. Just outside. Into a 1-1 count after this one. Steven looking to end the inning, though. See if he can do it. South Ottawa now on a roll as the pitch comes in, and now be outside. We'll go to a 2-1 count as Levi steps back into the box, looking for any sort of contact here. Comes in, bit low. We'll go to 3-1 count. He's one away from a walk. See if he can make that happen. As he gets set up and ready to go here. As here comes the pitch. Strike 2. Umpire took a second there to think about that call, but at the end of the day, he calls it a full count, and here we go. The Royals need this with 2 outs. Strike 3 is the call. Steven retires the side with a 4-0 lead for the Blues. 3 up, 3 down is the call. And the Royals will take fielding. Down by 4 in the top of the 4th. Still some ball to play here, but they're running low on innings. So we'll see.
Do you want an explanation for the first out?
And yeah, we just had explanation there from the umpire of why the first batter was out. So it was in fact because he threw the bat at the bat catcher. He had multiple. The team had multiple warnings, and I guess it happened enough that at the end of the day, it did have to call it out. I believe that, I mean, that's an illegal play. I'm sure it was never on purpose, but the Blues will take that as an out, and they will move into the top of the fourth now with a 4-0 lead. And a chance to increase it as they do have the bats for this one. And the Royals need to be perfect here for the fielding. This will be number 19, Braden, who had a fantastic top of the third inning pitching. He looks to continue that here. As the Royals being down by 4 can't let that get to their head. They gotta keep them. They gotta keep hopes high and energy high, as that will be a key part to starting a comeback here. They still have 2 more innings, lots to play. So we'll see what happens here. Cohen, the back catcher, calls balls in, and so we'll get this inning here started in just a couple moments. And here we go, the batter's called in. It'll be number 26, pardon me, that'll be number 24, Scotty. It takes his second at-bat of the game, and here comes the pitch. Just outside, we'll go to a 1-0 count. One 0 is the count now. That one is going to be called the ball. We're a 2-0 count. He held the swing back. Good on Scotty, good eye. As we wait for the next pitch now. And Braden delivers it. Ball 3. Oh, pardon me. Pardon me. What am I saying? I'm not the umpire. We'll go to a 2-ball, 1 strike. He takes that one right in the back. It's Scotty. Hopefully he's okay. That was tough run right to the back. As I'm sure the pitcher didn't mean for that one. And he looks okay. They will take a base. I'm sure that's you never want to see that, but you know it's never on purpose. So they'll take first base, and there'll be number 30, Reed, taking his place, as Scotty will take a seat and rest up for a little bit. And Braden will throw the next pitch, and he's going to take second. And Reed takes that easily. We'll have a runner at second now for the Blues off of that steal. And that's number 34, Cole, in the batter's box right now with a 1-0 count. As Braden delivers the next pitch. Strike 1. Is he going to go for third and just going to let him run? As there's a runner on third now in a dangerous scoring position. Can Cole bring him home? All he needs is a base hit. And that should do it. As that gets to third, can it be in time? It can! A fantastic throw by the third baseman of the Royals. That'd be number 18, Elliott, to make it to first base in time. But a run does score for the Blues. But nonetheless, there'll be 1 out for the Royals. Next up will be number 46, Blake, up to bat for the Blues with nobody on base, and that will be hit right past the pitcher. It gets him between first and second to get their time. He can! He's called out at first, back-to-back outs. And that will be the second out of the inning now. And so that's been some great fielding in the last 2 plays by the Royals. And now next on deck will be number 27, Joseph, who will step up to the plate, trying to make something happen. Right down the middle, strike 1 is a call. Good play by Braden, as he needs to get out of this inning with no more runs scored as they're down by 5. As Braden will deliver the next pitch. He's going to look for a bunt. Ooh, just over top of him. Barely missed his bat, though. As we'll move to a 1-1 count, I believe. As he prepares for the next pitch now. It's delivered. High. 2-1 count. 2 balls and a strike. As he prepares. And that one is just hit backwards. I believe we'll go to a 2-2 count after that one. Joseph holding in there. And Braden looking to end the inning. One more strike would do it for Braden and the Royals. That pitch is in. Strike 3 is the call. And Braden retires the side with only 1 run scored that inning. It's a 5-0 game for the Blues. But the Royals will have a chance now at the bats to try to capitalize on a situation like this and make a comeback happen. We saw a late comeback happen against the Colts earlier, where they were down by 3 runs. Now they're down by 5, but they still have 2 more innings to make it happen. We will see what they can do as the Blues will take the outfield. And I believe that will be number 20, Steven. Take him back to the mound for his second inning. He had a good first one where it was scoreless for the Royals. So we'll see if he can do that again. But the Royals, you know, are going to be hungry to get some runs. So we're going to see how hungry they really are. So we'll get things started in just a moment's time as they finishing warming up. As we approach the final bottom of the 4th and then the final 5th inning of this championship game to crown the champion of the 2023 Minor Colts Tournament. And if you guys have been enjoying so far, remember to, hey, subscribe. Subscribe to the Kings of Baseball Association YouTube channel. It's been a pleasure having me commentate and live stream these games. I've had a ton of fun. These kids are so good and talented at baseball. And, I mean, I've had a great weekend, and this is just a great way to cap things off with this final game. So we'll see who will take it. Steven just finishing his warm-up now at the plate. As here we go, that'll be number 17, Cohen. And the batter's box to kick things off in the bottom of the 4th. Here we go. Ball 1. We'll go to a 1-0 count to start things off. As Cohen gets ready now for Steven's pitch, and it's in. That one's going to be hit. It's going to be hit foul. That one will go foul back into the crowd. Thankfully, it didn't hit anyone. And we'll get ready for the next pitch with a 1-1 count. That one's going to be tipped foul. We'll go to a 1-2 count now with 1 away. Steven is from the strikeout. We'll see if he can deliver it. Cohen now looking for at least a base hit here. Let's see if he can deliver it. As the pitch is in, and that one's hit right over the top of everybody. A monster hit for Cohen, and he's going to go 2. And he's going to slide right in. That's the exact momentum the Royals need to get going in this game. Is a monster double from Cohen, number 17. Let's see if number 11, Brett, can follow that up and get Cohen in the scoring position or even get him home. So that'll be ball number 1. We'll see Cohen, the aggressive base runner, test the fielding and the back catcher of the Blues. And that one, ooh, swing and a miss. We'll see a strike. Oh, pardon me, a foul. So will be a strike at the end of the day. We'll see a 1-1 count. 0 outs now. This is a chance for the Royals to take advantage of this. If Brett can get on base. That one's going to be hit right to the pitcher. It looks like it's going to be in time for first. And it is. No errors made. And we'll see 1 down now for the Royals. But that doesn't increase Cohen. He is now at third base and in scoring position with number 18, Elliott, up to hit now. If Elliott can get at least a base hit, that will get Cohen and the Royals on the board. See if we can make that happen. Swing and a miss, though. We'll go to a 1-0 count. Pardon me, an 0-1 count. So that's Steven looking for a strikeout here. Oh, and that was missed, and Cohen will go home for free. And now we'll get the Royals on the board. A bit of momentum going their way. It's 1 down, 5 to go. Still lots of ball left to play here. We'll see if they can make anything happen. Now, Elliott has nobody on base, so he's got to get on base himself. Let's see what he can do here. That one's hit. Right in between first and second, and there's just guys squeaks through the baseman. And Elliott has a base hit, and that will get him on first base. And that'll be the pitcher for the last 2 innings, Braden, number 19. And that will be hit right in between second and third. And that will be a base hit for the Royals. They're feeling themselves now. And with number 25, Cooper, stepping up to bat, if all 3 of these runners, two of them on base, and Cooper at plate, if all of them score, this is a different ball game right here. That's a strike 1, though, as that ball has gone through the wickets of the back catcher, and we'll see runners at third and second now as they advance. A chance now to capitalize on an opportunity like this for the Royals. They just need a hit here. That's going to be ball 2. Oh, and it's a mistake! And he's going to go home! 2 of them are going to go home. But he's done in time. He's going to go back. And he's there in time. But a run will score. Some crazy base running from the Royals. But at the end of the day, a run will score. And the player at second advances to third. Cooper's still at bat now with a 2-0 count, I believe. And that one's hit right to the third baseman. Is it there in time? It is! And we'll see out number 2. And a runner will score. Cuts the lead to 2. Things are getting interesting in the bottom of the 4th. With Steven only needs 1 more out to go. And that one's hit right to the pitcher. Can Steven get there in time? He can! And that will end the inning. A great inning for the Royals, though. They needed some runs, and they got them. And they're only a 2-run lead deficit between the Blues and the Royals right now, heading into the top of the 5th. Things are going to come down to this very final inning. Which team will take advantage? Make that final push towards the championship. As the Blues have a chance now to extend their lead, or can the Royals shut them down and go into a big bottom of the 5th inning? It will come down to this, and we will have a mandatory pitching change. That'll be number 18, Elliott, looking to be the closer for the Royals tonight, to try to close things out in the top of the 5th and give them a bit of momentum going to that bottom of the 5th. This is going to be a big inning. I hope you're locked in. We couldn't ask for a better situation than we're in right now. 2-run deficit heading into the final inning. It's still anybody's ball game. And we'll see both these teams, the Royals, take warm-up for the final time of the fielding in this tournament. And on deck first will be number 33, Connor, for his second at-bat of the game. Or his third at-bat, pardon me. See if he can make something happen here. As Elliott's got to be on his game here. He's got to be warmed up and ready to go, as they really need him here, especially down by 2. They need a shutout inning here if the Royals want to make a comeback. But we know how good the Blues can get when they're on fire. It's going to come down to this. Royals 3, Blues 5. 1 final inning of baseball unless the Royals push for extras. And we'll have to see what will happen as they'll get some final pitches in before we start this ball game. And if you're the Royals, I think a big factor is you can't make any mistakes, especially from the back catcher. The back catcher's got to be feeling the pressure right now, as if he lets one little squeaker through. We know how good the base running and the stealing is from the Blues. And that's number 11, Brett, who's the back catcher for the Royals. So he looks to play some shutdown baseball in this one. As Connor will get ready, do some final swinging preparation before he takes his biggest at-bat of this tournament. As here we go, batter's called in. And we'll get to starting this top of the 5th inning. One more inning of baseball. Here we go. And it's number 33, Connor now on the plate. It's going to be ball number 1. We'll start off with a 1-0 count.
All right, buddy. Just playing catch.
As we'll wait for the next pitch now. As it's in, that one's going to be high. We're going to go to a 2-0 count now.
Come on,
2-0 is the count. Looking for something here. Here comes the pitch. That's a swing and a miss.
Good job, Al.
Go to a 2-1 count now. 2 away from the strikeout for Elliott, as he's really looking for that one. Ooh, and now will be a bit of a wild pitch there. We'll move to 3-1. A chance for a walk here if one more ball comes through. In the top of the 5th inning.
Go, Al.
We'll see what happens with one of these final pitches here. Here it comes. Strike is called. We'll go to a full count on this one. Full count. A chance for a walk or a chance for an out. We'll see what happens here. Here comes the pitch. It's outside. We'll see a walk. And he'll take his base. As the Blues now have a runner at first now and looking to advance them to a dangerous situation. They know they're a good base running team, so the Royals got to be careful now, as that will be number 3, James, up to bat.
Go, Al.
As here he goes. James now, ball, strike 1. It's a call, 0-1 count by Elliott. As he's looking for his first strikeout of the inning. As he steps inside the batter's box, and the pitch is going to be delivered here. Here it is. And he's going to go to second. Is there going to be there in time? They're just going to let him go. He's now at second. Connor is, with James looking to advance him
Come on, Al.
to third. As he gets the instructions from the coach, and he gets set up, ready to go. Here comes the pitch. It's in, and that's going to be a foul ball. We're going to move to 2 strikes now. And a chance for Elliott to get his first strikeout of the inning. See if he can convert on it here. As the pitch is in, and that one's going to be hit foul. And we'll stay on an 0-2 count
Go, Al.
for the Blues. Blues looking to advance. Connor at second here. Can they make that happen? It's up high. We'll go to a 1-2 count now. As Elliott, this will be a crucial strikeout if you can convert on it. He'll send that one in. Strike 3 is the call. James has struck out, and that is 1 down, 2 to go for Elliott and the Royals in the top of the 5th inning. And that'll be number 22, Jason, on the plate for the Blues. Trying to advance Connor, who's at second. See if you can make that happen. It's up top. We're going to go to a 1-0 count with that ball. As we'll await the next one. Elliott delivers it. A swing and a miss.
Good job, Al.
Will give us a 1-1 count. A 1-1 count in this game now. That's going to be a foul. He's going to go to third. And I think he's going to be there with lots of time to spare. Runner at third in a dangerous scenario. Elliott and Brett, the back catcher, have to be careful here. As if a missed throw comes through, we'll see a run. And something like that, he's going to go. He's going to stay at third. But nonetheless, that's another ball
Bud.
for the Royals. That one's inside. And he's going to call. He's not. He's going to stay. Not taking any risks there is Connor at third base. as he will take his base. Runners at third and first down. Next up is number 23, Terrence. That one's outside. He's not going to come home. He decides not to. Jason will run to second and steal that. Blues have runners in dangerous places now, third and second. Looking to convert them to home with only one out. Elliott's got to be good here at the mound. As the pitch is in, and that one's going to be hit, and it's going to get past first and second. One run's going to come home, and 2 runs are going to come home. A double converts, and the Blues have expanded their lead to 4 with a 7-3 ball game. That's a fantastic at-bat by Terrence, as Terrence picks up 2 RBIs. And the Blues add to their tally, 7-3 in the top of the 5th inning. We move back to the top of the order now with number 2, Rory. He's going to go to second base. Can he get him in time? And he's called safe, I believe, at the base. That's Rory. The batter at the top of the hitter, at the top of the order, pardon me. And that's why he's at the top of the order. That's crushed. And center field will have it. As Terry's going to go home. He's going to try to go home. Can he get there in time? He's called safe at the plate. That was millimeters away. But the umpire calls safe, and Terrence runs from second, and we have an 8-3 ball game now. And next up to bat will be number 20, Steven. As that was a triple by Rory. Rory's going to go home. Can he get the home in time? He can! And they increase their lead. Started this inning at 5, and now they're at 9. A 9-3 game. 6 runs separate these two teams in the final inning. The Blues came to play at the top of the 5th. And Steven's still up to bat with no runners anymore on any bases. It's going to be a bit up high. We'll see a ball. As we wait for the next pitch by number 18, Elliott. As that one comes in, that's going to be a strike. As we await the next one. 1-1 is the count. And that will be ball as Steven approaches the walk. I believe it's a 3-1 count, actually, if I'm not mistaken. This pitch comes in from Elliott. Ooh, that's going to be close to Steven. And pardon me, that must be 3-1. So Steven's going to prepare here. Pardon me, I'm wrong again for the 3rd time in a row. It's a full count here. 3 balls, 2 strikes. As the next pitch from Elliott comes in. And that's going to be crushed fair! Steven with a monster hit! And he's going to round 2. And he's going to stay right there. A monster hit in the last inning by Steven. And he'll get him double. Faced with the full count and takes full advantage of all that pressure and crushes it. This next up will be number 26, Evan, who will face strike number 1. 0-1 count, and Steven's going to go 3, and it's going to be mistaken, and he's going to have all the time in the world to run home, and that will make this game 10-3 for the Blues as they reach double digits. As we see the no-run limit come to hand in the top of the 5th inning. The very last one that'll be their 5th run of the game, and that'll be a single. Can they get it the first in time? They really need this. And he's called out. That's a great throw by Cohen, number 17, to meet him there. It's Evans' a speedster, but great throw by Cohen to get it there fast. And they'll be out number 2. Only one more needed to stop all this explosive offense by the Blues. We'll see if they can make that happen. That'll be number 30, Reed, at the plate now. As that pitch is delivered. Bit high. We'll call ball number 1. 1-0 count. Start things off. As we wait for the next one now. As that pitch is delivered way high. We're to a 2-0 count now. One out needed to end the inning. 10-3 lead for the Blues. And that's going to be fouled backwards. Good pitch by Elliott. We'll move to a 2-1 count now. We'll see what the Royals can do with this last out. If they can get it right here, it will be crucial. And the throw by Elliott's in. That's strike number 2. 2-2 is the count. And one away from ending this inning and sending us to the bottom of the 5th with a 7-run deficit. As the next pitch comes in, it's going to be high. I believe we're going to move to a full count now. 3-2. Yep. Calls it 3-2 full count. Chance for a walk or a chance for a strikeout. And we'll see a walk. As Reed will take it. He's going to go second. Here we go. Can he get there in time? He's all there. He's there early. And he'll take second base comfortably as he steals it after the walk. As they'll be next up, will be number 24, Scotty. So we'll see ball 1, 1-0. As he prepares for the next one now as the pitch is delivered. That one's going to be hit to third. Can he get there in time to first? It's safe, and it's an error. Is he going to go home? Does he have an Oh, Reed's going to stay. And now he's going to go. He's hesitating. And he's going to stay at third. Plays it safe here. He plays that safe with runners at third and first right now. It'll be number 34, Cole, up to bat right now. Looking to convert Reed, who's at third base, and that one will go through third and second. A run will come in, and Scotty will get to third, maybe in time. He's called safe at third. It's 11-3 for the Blues, showing why their offense is unbeatable. Next up, we have number 46, Blake, for the Blues. With runners at third and second, he's just trying to convert these guys. Ooh, that's going to be inside, and he's going to run home. He's going to get there time. Only needs one out. And he misses the ball, and that's a run going to convert. And coach is going to call a timeout as it's a 12-3 game for the Blues. They have exploded in offense in the top of the 5th. They knew it was a championship game. They knew they had to come out to play. And with 7 runs in the top of the 5th, that will make this game a 9-run lead for the Blues. And we see a pitching change for the Royals coming in. That's number 18, Elliott. He's going to take a little break here, and that'll be number 12, Jack, coming in for the Royals, just trying to close this final out, as that's all they need to end the inning and to go into the bottom of the 5th, and they're going to have a lot of work to go. But the Blues can still score a bit more, as they still have one out and a runner at third. So still in a dangerous position here. Let's see if he can make it happen, as Jack's just going to finish warming up, and we'll get the top of the 5th inning resumed in just moments. It was an incredible game, and just watching the Blues absolutely take it away. This was a whole different ball game in the bottom of the 4th, and now in the top of the 5th, the Blues have showed why they have came to play, exploding in offense. And Jack just finishing off a couple more pitches as he will come in as the closer, just trying to get out of this top of the 5th inning where the Blues have just been so dominant. As it'll be number 46, Blake, who's going to take to the plate up next for the Blues. As they call, the umpire calls. The batter in and will resume the top of the 5th inning. 2 outs. Runner at third. We'll see what Blake can do here with the at-bat. So Blake steps up to the plate, and this is Jack's first pitch. Ball 1, good catch by the back catcher to keep that contained. That'll be number 11, Brett, who made that catch. As Blake prepares for the next pitch now. Here it comes. That one's hit. Oh, and it just squeaks through first and second, and a run will score. And we'll have a 10-run lead now for the Blues. And Blake will pick up an RBI. And that will be number 27, Joseph, coming in now with a runner at first to see if he can make anything happen here. Well, and we have a 10-run lead now for the Blues. Absolutely storming away with this game in the top of the 5th. Just making sure that Blake stays his place at first base right there. As Blake looks like an aggressive base runner here for the Blues. And that one comes in. I believe that'll be ball number 3. 3-0 count is the call from the ump. As we look for one more, and that will be a walk if it comes through.
Let's go, Royals!
As we await it, and that will be ball number 4, so they can both take their bases. Second and first. And that'll be number 33, Connor, stepping up to the plate. Ball 1. 1-0 count, moving into the next pitch. Is Jack still getting into the groove of things as he just came in. Strike 1 is called, and they'll take third and second. Put themselves in a more scoring position now. As that one comes in. Strike 2 is the call. 1 away from ending this inning and getting out of this. 1-2 is the count. Can Jack make it come through for the Royals? That one's a bit high. He's going to run home. Is he going to be there in time? He is. As that ball squeaks through the fence. And that ball, you know, after the catcher lasted, it actually squeaked through a hole in the fence. So we'll see what the umpire call is going to be here, if they're going to make the runner go back to third, who just scored, or if they're going to let it go. We're going to see here. It's called safe at the base. And that will make it a 14-3 lead now. 2-2 is the count. As that pitch is high, and we'll move to a full count now. 3 balls, 2 strikes, a chance to end the inning. Or will Connor be able to walk to first? As the pitch is delivered, that'll be called a ball. And he will take his base. Runners at third and first now. As the Blues showing their dominance in this game, up by 11. This was a totally different ball game before the top of the 5th inning. As they've scored 9 runs in this inning, and that'll be number 3, Jack, up to bat here. They're going to go to second. No, they're going to let him run. Runners at third and second now in scoring positions. As that one comes in. Swing and a miss. We'll go to a 1-1 count now. As James looks to step into it. Do it now. That one's hit high. Can they end the inning? They can! And the Royals finally get out of that one. But it is a 14-3 lead for the Blues, down by 11 runs. They're going to have to really get their offense going here, going into the very final bottom of the inning. But anything can happen in the championship game. The Blues could get way too confident, and the Royals could take advantage of that. So the Blues have to keep their head in it, and the Royals have to swing for the fences here. They don't have any room for error in this final game. So we'll see what happens here if the Royals can rally back, as they'll need 11 runs to do so. As I believe that'll be number 16 up to bat first for the Royals. That'll be Owen, who will lead things off in hopefully a positive direction for the Royals. As the Blues are huddling up in their corner to see what's going on in this tournament, comes down to this final inning. We've had so much baseball for the last couple days, and it all comes down to the bottom of the fifth. 14 for the Blues, 3 for the Royals. Both teams just want to finish strong, should be proud of where they are. They started with 8 teams, we're down to 2. So nonetheless, both these teams, one will take home gold and one will take home silver, so both hardware at the end of the day. As we'll see what will happen here, as both teams look to get going here. As the South Ottawa Blues will take the field and start warming up here, as that'll be number 2, Rory, coming in as the closer to try to close out this game for the Blues. So they're just finishing warming up here, and we'll get going in just a moment's time. As they call the balls in, and we'll get this game going right now. You know, if I'm the Royals right now, I'm looking at the fresh pitcher and Rory, and I'm going to really try to take advantage of that. You know, maybe Rory feels a bit too comfortable being up by 11 right now. We're going to see if he has the experience to keep a level head and not let this big lead get to him. I'm sure he'll do great, as the team looks good to go. As we have Owen step up to the plate. Bottom of the 5th championship game. Blues 14, Royals 3. The Royals need a big rally here. We'll see if they can do it. As Rory's first pitch comes in, fouled back, 0-1. It's a good way to start the inning there for Rory. As the Royals, everything needs to go their way, especially their dugout. They need to be there for their players. And that'll be an 0-2 count now, as that's strike number 2. Third pitch comes in, that's wild. We'll see a 1-2 count come in after that. As Owen is just looking for any sort of contact here. We'll see what he can find. As the pitch comes in, it's going to be ball number 2. We'll go to a 2-2 count. Two is the count. Here's the pitch. 3-2. Full count for Owen at the plate. One away from a walk or one away from an out. We'll have to find out right here. Pitch is in. And that's called a walk. That's a good start for the Royals. Step in the right direction. As will be number 26, Bennett, up to bat right now. So see if Bennett can make something happen here for the Royals. That's strike number 1. Oh, they're going to try to go first here, and he's safe. So to throw to first. 0-1 count for Bennett at the plate. As the next pitch comes in, that one's hit, and that will be foul ball. We're on 0-2 count now, and a chance for Rory to get his first strikeout of the inning. As we prepare for the next pitch, swing and a miss. And we strike out number 1, 2 to go for the Blues if they want to end this game. And next up will be number 34, Cruz. See what he can do. If he can do some damage in the bottom of the 5th. Try to win. Strike 1 is the call. Well, they're going to go to first. They really want to get Owen out on first. They see him trying to make some moves to second, so they're going to keep throwing to first until they get him. Cruz now. Swing and a miss. 0-2 is the count now. And a chance for the second strikeout of the inning. See if Rory can capitalize on this. Strike 3 is the call. And that's out number 2 for the Blues. 1 away from taking the championship game. Can they make it happen? Be number 27, Henry at the plate now. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. 2 strikes away from a championship. The pitch is in. Strike 2. 0-2 is the count. 1 more will win it all. Can they convert on this? Can Rory take the championship game? Strike 3! And he's out! And the South Ottawa Blues are your 2023 Minor Colts Tournament champions with a 14-3 win over the Perth Royals. What a fantastic game by the Blues with some incredible hitting, especially in that top of the 5th, exploded them into the lead by 11 runs. That was definitely the defining inning, which got them the win, and then some closeout pitching by number 2 Rory is what got them the win. But the Perth Royals should have their heads high. They'll take home silver and second in this 8-team tournament that started all the way back on Friday. They made it all the way here and they put out a good effort. But the hitting in that top of the 5th inning was just too much to handle. And the South Ottawa Blues are your champions after a fantastic tournament as they do the handshake line. It's good to see. It's great to see some great sportsmanship. And we'll see MVPs here. And we'll hear MVPs in just a moment's time. But that will do it for the tournament. We started all the way on Friday with the Brockville Braves and the Kingston Colts, and we end it here today with the South Ottawa Blues taking it over to the Perth Royals. That was an amazing way to end an amazing tournament. 3 days yesterday, so many games, even a skills competition where all the kids got to go and have some fun. But we had so many competitive games that came right down to the wire. As we see the MVPs here. And that'll be number 26, Evan, picking up the MVP for the South Ottawa Blues. He had himself an amazing tournament. And we're the MVP for the Perth Royals. And that'll be number 18, Elliott, winning the MVP as he was that pitcher. In the final few innings, he did an amazing job. And that will do her. I believe we'll have a little ceremony, ending ceremony here. We'll see what happens in just a moment. But the South Ottawa Blues are your tournament champions as they worked hard all tournament long. As we hear some closing remarks. And we get a round of applause for the Perth Royals. They had themselves a fantastic tournament. As you know, it's so hard to make it to the final 2 teams. as they'll get a little prize for being second place. The whole team will. We're going to clap again for them as they played an amazing tournament. And they do take home some hardware, which is fantastic to see. As we didn't get to see them yesterday. We didn't get to see them till today as they were in the other brackets. But we learned very fast that they are a very good team as they beat the Kingston Colts earlier in the final innings. That was an intense game. And we're getting a final clap for them, and we'll award our champions. And we have championship t-shirts. That is awesome for the South Ottawa Blues. That is just amazing. That's awesome that the Kingston Baseball Association and the Colts Association would hand those out to the players. So I'm sure those will be appreciated and worn. I mean, those look so cool. So get their t-shirts. And I believe we'll see a final celebration by the South Ottawa Blues for their big championship win. And we'll see some bats awarded for MVPs. And we'll see number 19. That is Braden, who had two innings of fantastic pitching, win a specialized bat for being MVP in the finals. That is amazing. And we'll also see an MVP awarded to the South Ottawa Blues. And yeah, a fantastic tournament put on by Kingston, the Baseball Association. We see the MVP awarded as the coach gives a nice speech to somebody who, and it's going to be Rory, number 2. Rory was fantastic throughout all the 5 Blues games. He definitely deserved it. He was a closeout pitcher in the clutch, an amazing batter, and that is well deserved. So we'll see number 19, Braden, and number 2, Rory, win your MVPs for the finals. We'll see some pictures taken by family and the organizers. So you can probably catch that one on Twitter, I'm guessing. And so we get one final congrats and a thank you for the organizers and commissioners of this tournament.
Good job, Royals.
And that will do it. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching this whole baseball tournament held by the Kingston Baseball Association. It was amazing. Everyone came out. The fans were cheering, and the kids, I'm sure, loved it. And on Championship Sunday, it was the South Ottawa Blues who will claim gold and take the win over the Perth Royals. I've been Jacob Ewing this whole week, and thank you so much for watching. Shout out to the Kingston Baseball Association for inviting me out. I had a ton of fun. And I really appreciate it as these kids are crazy at baseball, like crazy good at baseball. And it was so competitive and so awesome to watch and commentate all weekend. So I'd like to thank the Kingston Baseball Association. I hope you guys enjoyed the live stream.
You didn't come back. I was like, he doesn't leave the office. He's
as we'll see one final picture by the Royals and the Blues to end things off. And then we'll end it right there. One final championship picture. Then once we're done that, we will end it right there. As we started with the 8 teams, 4 in the Bo group and 4 in the Vladdy group. We had the Bo group yesterday, and we came to meet these. They came together today for Championship Sunday. And the South Ottawa Blues are your 2023 Minor Colts Tournament champions. One final time, I've been Jacob Ewing. Thank